Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Eatin' Lunch. I'm Dilly.
And I'm Mark, and this week we're trying cookies. Crazy for cookies. Find out if your favorite cookie is one of our favorite cookies.
Roll that intro.
Eatin' lunch on Tuesday, Mark and Dilly. Eatin' lunch.
Alright, so we have another tier list today for cookies. I'm a big cookie monster. What about you?
I like cookies. I don't like all cookies. We're gonna find out today which ones I do like.
We also have the new Space Jam McFlurry, which has cookies in it, and this is our lunch today.
What is the flavor?
It is Smarties, fudge, and crumbled chocolate chip cookies.
I got a question for you. This is an ad for Space Jam 2.
Yeah.
It's a big question that everyone asks, and I want you to settle it once and for all, right here, right now. No one will ever ask this question again because you're about to answer it for everyone.
Okay.
Who's better, Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
Michael Jordan.
You've heard it here first, folks. Michael Jordan's better.
So, while Mark sets this up, have any of you heard about Doug Ford's daughter's cookie business? Who, and I'm assuming in Toronto, is going to go visit her business. She recently changed it from KKK to KKC, so she's got that going for her, but I really don't know who's going to go visit. Now watch me whip.
Okay, we're back doing a cookie tier list. We got quite a few cookies on the board here. I think there's a lot of cookies out there. I think this could be a big list. We've done some cookie ratings in the past with our Christmas cookies. We've talked about cookies, Subway cookies.
We love cookies, I think.
We got a lot of Mr. Christie on here.
Yeah.
The tagline is, Mr. Christie, you make good cookies. What were you going to say? Anyways, let's get into it.
Okay, first on the docket, we have arrowroot. And if you remember from the weird food combinations, Graham said he likes to put cheese on his arrowroots.
So you've got some cheese and arrowroots for us to try today.
Nope, that would have been good. But no, I did not.
What are you going to do with arrowroot?
Arrowroot.
Interesting cookie. Mostly for babies. There's a baby on the package.
There is a baby on the package.
Does that deter you from eating them? Because there's a baby on the package.
It's like, is this cookie made out of babies or is it for babies?
Where are you putting it?
C.
C for Christy.
And cookie.
And cookie. Maybe K for cookie. Okay, the chocolate wafer Van Houten cookie.
It's not bad. It's good with your tea.
I would say chocolate might be my least favorite of the three.
Okay. I feel like I haven't had enough of the chocolate to really give it a good...
I've had a lot of them all.
Yeah.
My Oma, this was a cookie. Go to my Oma's. She's got them in the cupboard.
Oh.
She's Dutch. It's a Dutch cookie.
So where are you putting the chocolate one?
The chocolate one, not my favorite of the three. I would put it in D.
D. Okay. Next, we have the Farmer's Market chocolate chip cookies.
Great set of cookies here.
Classic chocolate chip cookie. It's soft. It's delicious. It's expensive, but...
When people make homemade cookies, I think, what's the point? They sell them.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
This is basically a homemade
cookie.
cookie. But I think this is a great cookie, and I think we'd be silly not to put it in S. You disagree?
I would say
Fine.
PC, decadent cookies.
The PC Decadent Cookie.
These used to be my favorite cookies.
This is a very classic cookie.
I love the chocolate chips. I love anything PC decadent. The pie, lava cakes, this cookie. You warm these up in a microwave, you're set. They're just a little too hard for me if you don't.
I think they're one of the better cookies for dunking in milk.
Yes. It's a good cookie.
Where do you put the Decadent Chocolate Chip Cookie?
A.
Puts it in A. I think that's a bit absurd to put a tough cookie like this beside this fresh, soft cookie. But I agree with A. I would have just put this in S. So, moving on.
Moving on. We have this cookie.
We are into the Peak Freens.
Oh, I love Peak Freens.
They're the peak
Of all Freens.
of all Freens. For some reason, I think these cookies are from England.
I also associate them with being like very British and like grown up. Pot of tea and biscuits.
I'm having a peak free
I'm having my big free with my jelly.
This is a chocolate covered digestive. I think this is a great cookie.
I love this cookie.
I think this is the best cookie in the peak free assorted box.
Yes.
So where do you put the peak free digestive?
I would put it in S.
In S?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, we got an S. Okay, I agree.
And then we got the raspberry jam one.
It's like an Oreo, vanilla Oreo with a little jelly.
Yeah. I like to twist it apart like it's an Oreo and just get that jelly.
I think this is the worst cookie of the bunch. I think this cookie is terrible. I hate it. If it's in a Peak Freaks box, I would throw it out because it's garbage like the packaging.
So where are you putting it?
I wouldn't even put it on the list. It's not even a cookie to me.
Wow.
It would be disrespectful to this Van Houten to put it beside it, so I
So
can't
put
put
it
a
in
D.
E.
Even putting it one below the Van Houten, I feel bad about, but because you like it, I'll settle for E. But
Next we have maple cookies.
maple cookies.
They're good.
These
Maple
are
cookies.
these are underrated cookies.
I like them. They're not too mapley and they're very Canadian. No, I think it could be probably like a C. It's neutral to me.
Right around the arrow root.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm happy with that. I maybe would have gone B, but I'm happy to put it in C.
Next, Fudgios.
Fudgios, this is an interesting cookie.
Yeah.
I think you're not going to like the Fudgio because you don't like the double chocolate cookie. You're very against it. I would have to put the maple cookie above the Fudgio, just by principle.
I would have to agree with you. There is just a little, I just don't like chocolate cookies.
Here we are.
Oreo!
Oreo. What a cookie this is.
Yeah, I really like Oreos. I would slap Oreo in A.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oreo goes in A. Dad's cookies.
Dad's cookies. Why are they called Dad's cookies? My dad don't eat them. Does yours?
My dad eats them.
Oh.
My dad would always make my lunch as a kid growing up, and he would put those in there.
Yeah.
I associated these cookies
With your dad.
with my dad. I also love these cookies. They have the little 2-package dealio you can get.
Yeah.
I like that. Definitely best when dunked. As a cookie dunker, this is a great dunked cookie. If you're not dunking the dad, it's a bit too crisp.
Yes.
The dunk of the daddy dunk, that's a good cookie.
Yeah.
Dad's cookies, I'm happy to put in B.
It's
Do
a
you
good-
agree?
Yeah.
We got the strawberry wafer cookie.
Love the strawberry wafer cookie. It gives me a nice tingle on my tongue because it's so like tangy and sour. Just now my mouth's salivating thinking about this cookie. Like, I don't know, maybe I have an allergic reaction to this cookie.
That doesn't seem right to me, but leave a comment below if it tingles right there when you eat this cookie. And while you're down there, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that bell. We appreciate every comment, like, and view.
It helps our algorithm.
Oh, and subscription.
Yeah. Please subscribe. At 50, we're going to do something wild.
A.
I'd put that in A.
I think A is a little strong.
B?
I'm gonna say B. Golden Oreo.
Golden Oreo! Why?
They coated it in, they took an Oreo, they coated it in gold,
Gold.
and they said,
Here you
for the
go.
bougie, you want a golden Oreo.
I like my Oreo.
Kind of ruined the Oreo, didn't they?
It did.
What are they doing? Really, the best Oreo is the classic
Classic
Oreo.
Oreo. The
And
ratio's
it cannot
perfect.
be beat.
No.
So where would you put the golden Oreo?
E?
I think it belongs in D.
Okay. Yes, we got a Chips Ahoy.
I think this is the gooey, soft Chips Ahoy.
Oh, it's not good.
It's the worst Chips Ahoy, I'd say. Unfortunately, the chewy Chips Ahoy, chewy gooey, I think they're calling it here, just doesn't do it
Doesn't
for
hit.
us.
Does not hit.
I think it belongs with the jelly.
It's not busted.
It ain't busting.
It ain't busted.
It's walking. Okay, moving on. We got the Viva Puffs.
Oh, Viva Puff. I don't think.
Now, the Viva Puff is a marshmallow with jelly, a little graham cracker at the bottom, and then coated in a chocolate coating.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Viva Puff?
I've never had a Viva Puff because there's jelly in it, and that does not fancy my pants.
I remember as a
Really?
child, I thought, ooh, that looks tasty. Thought it would be good. Disappointed.
Yeah.
Hate it. And for that, I would put it in E.
Chips Ahoy again.
We got the original
Original?
Chips Ahoy.
Still not a fan of just regular Chips Ahoy.
Really?
If I have to get a chocolate chip cookie, I'm getting PC or Farmer's Market.
Where would you put it?
I would put it in, I was thinking D. Where would you put it?
I would put it in C. Chips Ahoy, C. Makes sense.
Yeah, does make sense.
Chips Ahoy Rainbow.
I like the rainbow.
The rainbow one. She likes it.
I like the rainbow. I like the crunchy bits.
You like the crunchy bits?
I like the candy, I guess. Yeah, I'd put this in B.
Yeah, okay. I think it's a better cookie than the classic Chips Ahoy. And I would agree. Let's put it in B. Finally, we got the vanilla wafer cookie. The vanilla is my favorite of the three.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna have to try it.
Now, let me tell you, my tongue doesn't tingle for the strawberry. So you might not like this as much because you seem to like your allergic reaction that you get to the strawberry.
Yeah.
So I just like the flavor of it. Vanilla is my favorite of the three. Strawberry's pretty close though. I could put them side by side in B.
Okay. Now we have Kirkland cookies, and I feel like we could just kind of say Farm Boy cookies for this.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be pretty similar to those Farmer's Market cookies.
They're
And they're gonna be
usually
good cookies.
Yeah.
I think they could go right up in A with the Farmer's Market.
Yeah.
Mrs. Fields cookies. What a cookie this is. Each cookie comes in an individual package.
Not good for the environment.
Not good for the environment, but it might be good for your mouth. Mrs. Fields, she makes good...
Cookies.
No, that's Mr. Christie.
Christie. Do you think?
You think they bang?
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Christie. How are ya?
I make good cookies! I think Mrs. Fields is a bit more of an artisan than Mr. Christie.
Yeah.
I think she makes a better cookie than Mr. Christie does. I think... Where do you put Mrs. Fields?
B.
Mrs. Fields is a B. I can believe it. I'll put it in B.
And then finally, I think this is just supposed to be like a homemade
Subway
cookie.
homemade cookies.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say. I think it's pretty obvious that the homemade cookie deserves its own tier, S+.
Homemade.
Homemade cannot be beat. There's a few cookies not on this list. How about those cookies? They're like rectangles with a little piece of chocolate on top. They come in dark, they come in milk. What do you think of those?
B.
How about those cookies that are like, we talked about these at Christmas. They are like a really soft cookie at the bakery with frosting on top. They look like they would give you diabetes.
Yes.
What do you think of them?
A.
You put those in A?
Yeah.
Wow. You like cookies.
I like cookies.
Break time. Very cheap cookies.
Oh, yeah.
They got chocolate chip. They got oatmeal.
Overall, probably a B.
Okay, I think that's it for rating or tier listing those cookies. No better time than now for Dilly's Joke of the Week.
What did the Brazilian local say to the tourist in Brazil when the tourist was like was describing a certain town?
Have you ever had a dream that you...
I don't know what.
Oh, Rio?
Oreo.
What is Mr. Christie's favorite body system?
No idea.
Digestives.
Oh, digestive. And that's been Dilly's Jokes of the Week. I believe it's time for the comments. Comment section time. What did we get up to last week, Dilly?
Last week, we got up to something flaming hot. We ate flaming hot Cheetos.
We did eat Flamin' Hot
Mac
Cheetos.
and cheese.
Quite the video. Holy red mac and cheese, eh? So we got quite a few comments this week. Coming in hot is Peter Langland.
Oh, yes. Great comment by Pete.
Pete said, Ruffles had the best crunch for sure. And the crunch sound off. Do you guys have a name for your fancy acts?
And then I said, no, we don't, but we are open to suggestions.
Pete did throw around a few suggestions, but he wants to open it up for a little contest.
Yeah.
I think we're going to go right for that little contest. See who can...
Come up with the best name for our fan base.
Yeah, and Pete's got some suggestions here. He's got Snack Squad, Dilly Busters, Lunchbacks of Notre Dame.
Love that one.
Those are some good names. Can he come up with a better name? Let us know. Leave us a comment. We'll pick one, and winner gets their comment pinned. Winner gets 5 Bitcoin or something. What is it, 2012? Okay. Yeah, so let us know what you think we should name our fans. I don't know what we should call our haters.
Honey cruellers.
Honey cruellers. Okay, moving on. John B. The kitty does not look appetizing at all, he says.
It was pretty good in the end.
He says, I'm gonna have to try those ruffles with hell of a dip. Hell of a good dip, John.
John, this is the second time you made this mistake.
Update coming soon. Graham says, hard pass on the KD for me. Who in their right mind thought that was a good idea?
America.
I think it's time I try those ruffles. I've always see them, but never consider them. Thank you for the push. I clearly need it.
You're welcome.
But your mom goes, Doritos were the loudest and crunchiest. Were your tongues also red after eating all that food coloring? And we could have brought those gross Pringles home and given them to Jeff.
No.
No, Jeff is vegetarian.
He's
he can't
vegetarian.
have Baconator. And speaking of Jeff, he's left a nice comment here. He's just said, macaroni in the pot.
I love his comments because
He just sums it up.
he sums it up so nicely. And I think that's a great way to end this segment.
Thanks for stopping by for another episode of Eatin' Lunch. We didn't have much of a lunch today. We just ate this McFlurry and I didn't even
You didn't
touch
even
it
have any.
because Dylan destroyed it and accidentally gave it fellatio.
What are we doing next week?
It'll probably be some kind of reaction video, maybe taste test, something that we do typically. We do
Something that we usually do is what we're gonna do next week.
Yes, and we're gonna do it next week
Mm-hmm.
on Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
So we'll see you next Tuesday. Here's a joke.
Okay.
What did the Martian put on his sandwich for lunch?
What?
Space Jam!